Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin Starr, a 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page finds Leno!
Penix rolling out of the pocket to a strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fried Fogel again.
Welcome to the LEO podcast. I am your host, Michael Bragg. You can find me on Twitter. It's at Bragley, Braggley. I'm here, as always, with my co-host. You can find him on Twitter. His name's Brandon, by the way. Find him on Twitter, at Brandon Dubich. Brandon, spelled traditionally, Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. What's up, Brando?
Not looking forward to the city of Indianapolis being the mecca of the SEC. So I am leaving this weekend. I'm getting as far away from Indianapolis as possible because I do not want to see what Alabama and Georgia fans do to our beautiful, amazing city.
What would they do?
I don't know. You see what happens when Kentucky fans come up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what Bama and Georgia fans are going to do? It's worse. It will be worse.
Yeah. Brother-in-law is
that article that they wrote in the Atlanta Courier?
No.
It basically was like, Indianapolis sucks because it's cold and we don't want to come here.
Okay. Well, at least our stadium isn't shaped like a butthole. With us, as always, is our producer, Seth. You can block him on Twitter at SayTop5, SETAH5. What's up, Sethers?
Thanks for the butthole segue.
No problem.
You successfully took down Rocky Top.
Oh, yeah. Well, kind of, according to the actual score, but not according to ESPN and Paul Feinbaum.
Paul Feinbaum could rot in hell.
Well, yeah, we know that. I mean, the dude is just a caricature at this point in his life. I mean, the dude is ridiculous. Let's talk about stuff. Let's talk about those games that happened last weekend. Let's talk about our predictions, because I want to start the show off with that because we did well this time. Right, Brandon?
Yes. Like for the first time we've ever done predictions, at least Seth and I looked good.
I mean, I look fine. My heart hurt on the Cincinnati one, even though I was trying to bump them up as much as I could during the game and talk as much crap when it was 7-3. But then,
Seth and I stayed quiet because we're smarter than that. We knew you were trying to bait us. Right? We were like, no, sir.
I don't even know the real scores of the games. Like Georgia, none of our predictions on the Georgia-Michigan game were close, right?
No.
Okay. We all picked a pretty close game. That didn't happen. But we all picked Georgia to win. We all picked Bama to win. And we all lost on the poop versus fart game, which was Tennessee versus Purdue.
Was that the best bowl game? I mean, Rose Bowl is up there
game,
with
man.
Ohio State, Utah.
Are those good games?
It fell off at the end.
Are those good games, or are those just like rookie mode NCAA football, like terrible defense games? Because you could tell, I can't say so much about Purdue, but you could tell that Tennessee's defense is pure water trash. Like really bad. Those were what, Seth? Third, fourth, fifth string wide receivers.
Yeah.
And then the tight end touchdown.
The tight end touchdown too. Don't forget. Yeah.
The Payne Durham, where everybody was like three dudes.
So how much did you guys win for that? Do you know?
No idea.
They probably still lost money somehow. That's how it works. None of these.
I mean, they're not a business school. Money. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, we are.
Well, kind of. Just the same way as we're in an engineering school. So, okay, let's talk about different stuff, fun stuff. Well, maybe. You know what? I got a quick question. How long? And this is a kind of a tough question. How far? How long? Tell me when. Let's just say how far. How far away is IU from being sniffing the college football playoff?
it's about as close as me being Bezos rich.
I mean, were they not close-ish last year?
No.
How high up did we get? Seventh, I think.
So I guess what do you mean by that? Like, can we pull a Michigan? Because I think the Big Ten had a down year, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think Michigan probably isn't winning the Big Ten last year with Justin Fields. They're not winning it the year before that with Justin Fields. Like, this Michigan team was one of the worst Michigan teams in the past, or one of the worst Big Ten representations in the past 5-7 years.
Yeah.
So I guess in that context, can IU somehow slide in like Michigan State did? Remember when Michigan State slid in and they got absolutely brutalized? Could we do that sometime in the next 10 to 20 years? Sure.
Yeah.
Compete? No, I don't think that'll ever happen. But could we slide in? Sure.
What about with the transfer portal now? You don't think that even competing is, because if we look at Michigan, I want to say the majority of their big players they were Michigan recruits, all of them. But let's say what we're going to talk about here next. Let's say that you get a high-end quarterback now. Let's say Sean Shivers and whatever these other running backs are that we brought in, Henderson, all of them turn out to be absolute studs.
We get 2 Kenneth Walkers.
Oh man, that'd be so much fun. And then what if these wide receivers that we did recruit, the freshmen that didn't play, what if they're really good? What if that's all we needed was a new offensive coordinator, the defensive stuff? And all of that stuff can happen. I'm not saying, I think I'm with you, like maybe somewhere in the next 10, 15 years, we'll sniff it. But it's just tough. I mean, to be in the top 4 in the country is super tough. So
I think if you win the Big Ten East, you have
a very
puncher's.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Very high chance of doing that, because this is not a shot at Purdue. If you win the Big Ten East, there's a very good chance you win the Big Ten championship, which then puts you into at least the Rose Bowl, which is definitely sniffing in the college football playoff. And at that point, you know what? Yeah, I'd say yes, 10 to 15 years. In the next 10 to 15 years, they'll make it if they expand the playoffs.
Then they expand the playoff. Oh,
top
bro, I think I would lay money on those odds. If you gave me 20 years, I say IU definitely makes a top 8 playoff for sure.
Yeah. You think they go 8 or 12 first?
I think they'd go 8 first.
Okay.
But I just love it. You guys, I love that you guys are just both Cub fans, because just the internal optimism in the offseason. Like, I love it. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful from you Cub fans that just spring eternal, even after, all the seasons of misery.
Except for Alabama and Georgia. Everyone has the same record right now.
That's right. Just looking forward, just trying to go 1-0. That's all we're trying to do right now. So, all right. Speaking of that, anything else on the college football playoff before we move on to actual IU news? No, nothing. Okay. Let's talk upcoming quarterback visits, because first off, let's give everybody a peek behind the curtain here. My co-host, Brandon Dubich, at Brandon Dubich, Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H, on Twitter. He should actually change his Twitter name to Nancy Dubich, because he's a negative Nancy and he thinks nobody's going to come play here. We're just going to keep the quarterbacks we have, or we're going to get, Jack Plummer or whatever. And that's what we're doing. Nope. What do you know? Hours later, hours after he whines in the group, we get 1, 2, what do we get? 4? We got 4 guys coming this weekend. 3 guys coming.
At least 3. Yeah. We're in a grouping with 4.
There you go. So I win again with my ridiculous optimism
and the humility.
All these cool things are going to happen. Let's talk about the guys coming. Let's start with can we say most unknown or exciting? Would you say exciting, or just mostly unknown prospect in Tyson? I can't do it. What is it?
Fomakan.
Tyson Fomakan, a freshman transfer from, I guess he'd be a redshirt freshman going into sophomore year, I believe. from Clemson, 6'3", 227. I think he's built up now I think he's grown a little bit, 6'4". He's a beast. Like, he's a big dude back there. Dual threat quarterback, good on the run. I haven't watched a ton of highlights, but I have seen
Milton.
What's that?
He's Joe Milton.
Oh no.
I want no part of Fomica.
What I have seen is not super duper encouraging, but at the same time, what are you going to do? They did compare him to Lamar Jackson out of high school. Just going to say that. Arm strength looks good, I would say, off of what I've seen. But again, we kind of talked about this before we started and about how neither one of us thought he looked fantastic in the highlights that we've seen. But then again, their offense at all in the last, has it been 2 years? No, I guess a year.
No,
hasn't looked good at all. So is he a product of the
with
offense?
Fomican, again, I mean, I was kind of joking about Joe Milton, but it comes back to the Family Guy joke. And I think you guys will get it. It's, he's sitting in the office and he was like, you can have a boat or you can have whatever's in this box. And Lois is like, yeah, we'll take the boat. And Peter's like, nah, I think I want to give me the box. Give me the box. It could be a boat. It could be anything. I think that's what we're getting with Tyson. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, again, we don't know until we've actually seen him play. We have zero idea of what he's actually, built for. So, two guys that we have seen play, and I would say 2/3 of the podcast are a little bit more excited about. Zach Calzada from Texas A&M.
Yes. He beat Alabama, peoples.
He did. And he looked great in that game. From what I've read, stats outside of that game, not so great, but more of a pocket passer, pro style quarterback here. It's kind of the same build, 6'4", not as beefy as Fomican. Is that? I'm just going to Tyson, not as beefy as Tyson. Do you know anything else about Zach here?
He played in the SEC under a brilliant offensive mind in Jimbo Fisher, who's developed a lot of good quarterbacks. I think this is extremely exciting. He's number one on my wish list. We'll get into it in Brando's Randos in a little bit because I definitely have a question I would love for you guys to answer. But the news of that guy is extremely intriguing.
He's not number one on my list. He's number two or three, somewhere in there. But I think if anybody listens to this podcast enough for the last couple of weeks, Cam Ward, until he signs somewhere else, will always be number one on my list. Okay, let's get into the last one that is at least confirmed-ish going to be at IU this weekend is Connor Bazelak. Is that what you would say it there, Brandon?
I'd say Bazelak, yeah.
Bazelak, whatever. Missouri transfer. He is actually unofficially making a visit. He's making an unofficial visit today, it says.
Yep.
So he's a 4-star quarterback coming out of high school, 6'3", 207. Looked okay. Who I would really compare him to is maybe a notch better, Peyton Ramsey. Yes. You got the ability to run.
A better arm. I think he has a better arm. But if you're looking at play style, yes,
he just like him.
He plays very similarly. That's a phenomenal comparison. If you had to draw an IU quarterback comparison, for sure. This guy definitely had the sophomore slump, for sure. I mean, he was co-freshman of the year in the SEC, which is no easy task if you know how those schools recruit. All the talent in the world, but then kind of, I don't know what happened. I don't think it was quite like Michael Penix what happened, because I think we all know what happened there, but it's kind of a mystery of what happened to this guy. The potential there, we've seen it. We've seen what he can do. So yeah, this is the number 2 guy for me, for sure.
Yeah. Really like his tape. So that'll be interesting. We did recruit him out of high school, so there is a link there with him.
Yep.
The
Which is why I wouldn't freak out about the unofficial,
yeah,
right?
no.
Like he's already seen the horse and pony show that IU has. So,
Yep. And any visit as a transfer during this open period, which I think is a short open period, isn't it? I mean, we only have a month, I think, until the final signing day. So there's not a lot of time for these guys to make up their mind as well as the school. So to get these people on campus and get this wrapped up would be a priority for everybody on both sides. So the one other player that has a possibility of visit, or one other quarterback that so far has a possibility of visiting, Casey Thompson from Texas, has his father has released a top 5 for him. And we are among some schools that, well, go before this year, maybe before last year, I would say we don't belong in with Oklahoma, Auburn, Missouri, IU, and there's one other one. Which one am I missing there?
Nebraska. He
I guess
visited Nebraska.
we belong with
today.
Nebraska and Missouri, so that's no problem. But yeah, and Brandon pointed out that if he didn't commit today, that's good news. So we'll see how that one plans out. But Brandon, if you were to give me a top 3 of any transfer quarterbacks that are out there that we've been sniffing on or have offered,
yeah,
what do you got?
One that we didn't talk about, but yeah, I would Thompson. I don't know how much I believe. I mean, that guy he's good. I mean, he's really good. So he would, if we can confirm a visit, I think he may jump Calzada. But out of the people we know, I would put it as Calzada 1, Basilic 2, Fomicon 3. But one guy you didn't bring up that there was a little bit of smoke on the Peaks board was John Reese Plumlee. Before these names came out, I was talking myself into a 2 quarterback system of Tuttle and Plumlee, and just, using Plumlee on short yardage, on gadget plays, and, having maybe a 60-40, 70-30 Tuttle Plumlee split. That's when I was in desperation mode. I'm not quite as much desperation mode anymore.
That was 9 o'clock this morning.
That was 9 o'clock this morning. I told you he was being a negative Nancy earlier this morning. This is another hypothetical. I'm sorry, guys, for asking so many questions. I mean, I'm not talking to you two. I'm talking about the guys listening. So, or girls listening. Would you want a 2 quarterback system? Do you miss it? I kind of miss Trey Roberson and who was back there with him? Was that Suddy? Roberson and Suddy?
No, they didn't overlap.
No, that would have been. I think it would have been Sudfeld.
No, I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't want it. I wouldn't want it, but I can convince myself of it. Right? We were so inefficient on 3rd and short. We were so inefficient in the red zone.
3rd and 6.
I can talk myself into a run specialist quarterback, a situational quarterback. I can talk myself into it for sure.
Should we not already have one?
McCulley?
Yeah. So yep. I'm not sure Plumlee is a legit fit for us. I like him. I like what he did to us. Well, I don't like what he did to us, but I liked the look of him as a football player when I saw him play against us. How about that? That's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind a Taysom Hill. I mean, he can't be your every down guy.
And he can play a slot too, right? Isn't that what he played?
He scored a huge 40-yard play there in the Outback Bowl.
Yeah, that was a killer. My top 3, I would say I would switch Basilak and Calzada. So I would go Calzada 3, Basilak 2, Cam Ward 1, but I don't know how much of an option Cam Ward is yet. But there's not been a lot of movement with him, which is not encouraging, but it's not discouraging either. So Fomicon is he that's what a great analogy. He's the box from Family Guy. That's fantastic. Moving on. Seth, do you want to give your top 3 or no? Do you just not care? He doesn't care. Okay. Moving on to a couple other guys that are going to be visiting. Jared Casey from Kentucky, a linebacker, 4-star out of high school. Very exciting looking player out of Louisville, Kentucky. Crystal ball's been put in today, this afternoon on 24/7. I think he's pretty much a lock. I think I read something on Twitter where they're like someone's dad of a baseball coach and then his uncle's cousin or something said that he's definitely coming. So he's pretty exciting. You guys need to look him up if you haven't already. Brandon, have you done any digging on him yet?
I mean, he's kind of what we want in a linebacker. He finds the ball. He does nothing spectacular, but he does everything you need. He's a stat stuffer.
Yeah, I'm really high on Jared Casey. So hopefully that pans out. We can get a commit from him pretty soon. I feel like our momentum has slowed down a little bit, not meaning that we've lost anybody, but I'd like to just continue to adding like little bits, not Pitts. I don't want to add Pitts unless it's Kyle.
Well,
Pitts.
you'd want
He
to add
can't come
Kyle
back.
Pitts. He's pretty good.
Bits and pieces. I should have just gone with it. Pits and pieces. There you go. Pits and pieces along the way until we start the season. I don't think we can do that, but we'll see. All right, let's move on to a quick word from our sponsor, Monon Track Club, guys. It's getting cold outside, but guess
So
what?
cold.
MTC doesn't stop running. They're running right now, probably. They're Indiana's running brand, built on a deep love for the sport. So deep, they don't even get cold, bro. It's like 24 degrees outside, wind chill of 10. Doesn't matter. Can't stop the run. They craft products, tell stories, and create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, and add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes for details on their club runs, which are still happening. And to shop sick gear, sick hoodies, dude, and koozies to keep you nice and warm during the cold months. As a thank you to our listeners, they are offering 10% off your order. Use promo code LEO10, LEO10 at checkout. Now, on to everybody's favorite part of the show. I can stop talking for just a minute. Randos. What you got?
Let's
Brandon?
go. I got 4 today, gentlemen. I got a lot.
Ooh, buddy.
And the first one, which I think is definitely the most interesting one I came up with today, is with Walt Bell's offense that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
With the offensive line that we've seen, what kind of quarterback does IU have the most success with next year? A pocket passer or a running threat? Dual option is not an option. You can't say dual threat because everyone wants a dual threat, right? So you have to choose a runner like McCulley, like Plumlee, like Fomicon, or a statue like Calzada or
yeah.
Thompson or Basilek.
Man. Dude, I'm trying to figure out how the offensive line would be any better than what it was. Was it scheme or was it talent? So I'm going to stick with a running quarterback. So Fomicon, Plumlee.
That's why I'm
McCulley.
talking myself into the Plumlee thing, because I think that's the quickest way our offense is successful.
Read option quarterback that can, because obviously we're going to need to run the football. I mean, Sean Shivers is going to be nice back there. He's going to be an absolute just a dominating bowling ball for running back. Yeah, I don't see how Calzada. I mean, maybe we don't know. Again, we're just guessing, but I don't see how Calzada can stand there and not die. I guess. So, no offense to our offensive line. I think it was a scheme thing and he's gone. So,
Did you see the Twitter rumor?
no. Tell us.
This is a Twitter rumor, guys. This isn't Peaks Board. This isn't Indy Star. This isn't
100% true.
This is strictly a Twitter rumor that Tom Allen had a choice of who he wanted to fire and lose his salary, Hiller or Sheridan. He chose Sheridan.
Ooh.
There
Yeah.
was no money in the budget to fire, and there was only enough money to take out of his contract to fire one of them.
Hey,
and he chose Sheridan.
Well, there you go.
So my next question, unless you were done with this, are you leaning?
No, I'm done. Seth, what do you
Seth,
think?
do you have an answer here? Would you rather have a pot? What makes IU's offense more successful the quickest?
Yeah, it's got to be a run first guy. I mean, I think that's the only way you get an immediate impact. You can prolong a play with a scramble, something like that. I mean, if it's a statue back there, it's a sitting target. That's my fear.
Yep. No, same. So if you were in Tom Allen's shoes, Seth and Michael, who are you firing if you could only fire one of them? Because me, if that was the choice, I'd go Hiller. Because I think we sat on this podcast and say Sheridan's going to be good, right?
I think everybody knows my thoughts on who they should have done that to, and I think they did it to the right person. I think Sheridan's the choice there, and I think that he made the right choice. So there you go. What's next?
Seth, do you agree with that? You with me?
I
Or
don't
you with
know.
Michael?
I don't know.
Hiller had a good offensive line. He's been here for a
They
while,
seemed
right?
just fine 2 years ago.
So I think it's scheme, man. It's all scheme. How good was that offensive line when we moved the tight end? Every time we ran that what did we call it?
Inside zone.
Yeah, the inside
that
zone
split. Yeah, with the tight end cross block.
It worked.
Yeah,
But when you made them do things like, I don't know, hold blocks for 4, 5, 6 seconds, it's not gonna work. Especially when our wide receivers couldn't get separation. So
I think you win either way.
yeah, I think so too. But I think adding freshness in Walt Bell,
You certainly won
makes the biggest
so
difference.
this is what the Twitter thread that I was reading. You won the fan base more by firing Sheridan.
Mhm.
Hiller does nothing to the fan base if you just fire the offensive line coach. So on a PR front, it's the right and only move.
Totally agree.
So, all right. Next question. No, those are the only 2 IU questions. This is a 2-parter. The Big Ten went 6-4 in their bowl game, second best in the Power 5. Would you say that was an overall good year for the Big Ten? They got a team into the college football playoff. And do you think, I think Ohio State looks like an absolute unit next year. Could they are they national championship level good? So kind of a 2-parter.
Did you include Rutgers in 6-4?
I did.
Okay.
You think?
I think it was a good year for the Big Ten.
Yeah. But you think Ohio State?
Preseason
know,
top
man.
3. Yeah, no
Well,
doubt.
of course, it doesn't matter. I could be their starting quarterback. We'd be preseason top 3.
But it'll be Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State top 3 next year, regardless of anything that happens in the offseason, right? Unless Ohio State blows up and Stroud and Henderson transfer, which I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's
No.
true. I don't see it happening either.
I mean, Minnesota dominated West Virginia. Maryland dominated Virginia Tech. Purdue puts on a show in Music City. Michigan State, without Kenneth Walker, beats the ACC champs. Wisconsin, they win their bowl. I mean, it was pretty darn impressive if you just cancel out like Penn State and Michigan. They're the only 2 schools that really laid an egg on the nationals team. So I think the Big Ten had a good year, and I think the Big Ten will be in the spotlight all year next season with Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy the Ohio State hype, but I never buy the Ohio State hype, so I don't know. So
You'll have us winning that game next year
yeah, probably.
at the
Did
horse.
you watch the Maryland game though? That
No, I didn't
Virginia
watch a single
Tech
second
team,
of the Maryland
that
game.
Virginia Tech team was not Virginia Tech. I
Well,
don't
they're
know
in
what
the
happened.
ACC, who are horrible. So
I don't know what happened.
ACC went
to,
2-4.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what happened to Virginia Tech that I used to know or that everybody knows. That ain't it. Whatever that was, that's not it. That quarterback couldn't throw the ball 3 yards, and then all they did was they just ran the Nick Sheridan offense the entire time, and it was terrible. So, What you got next? Seth, you have something to add there?
I was just going to say Virginia Tech died when Frank Beamer retired.
Yeah, but his son is bringing the Cox back.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Still our
You
quarterback.
got Mayo dumped all over him. That was awesome. All right. So we got the national championship on Monday, but then bowl games are over. What do you pivot your attention to? And you can't say the NFL.
The scouting count,
Sure.
like Senior Bowls.
I was
Yeah.
thinking more of like other sports. Like, are you an NBA guy? Are you an NHL guy? Is it college? I mean, I know for you, college basketball, Seth, because Purdue just keeps losing in Big Ten.
Conveniently before we record episodes. Yeah.
We
love
just
it.
lost to Penn State on the road. I don't know if we can talk about
We
college
absolutely
basketball trash right now. I'm going to focus on the NHL, I guess. We've kind of forced everybody in our group text to pick NHL teams,
Who
and
picked
mine
the
just
Penguins?
happens to be the best team in the entire league, pretty much. So, I'm gonna hop on the pan wagon once all this is done and finish off watching the Ice Cats.
Penguins have won 9 in a row. That's
That's
what
all right.
I'm going to go
That's
do
fine.
after
I think we
watch
have like
this.
6 games in hand right now because of COVID.
I'm close to giving up on the Hawks, but I will be open to probably a new NHL team next season. I can't hold on to this. much longer.
The LEO podcast also sides as an NHL podcast. I did not think that's what you two would go with. I thought for sure Michael would have hope eternal with the Pacers, and
No,
and
they're
Seth, you would say
terrible.
something. I thought you'd go college basketball.
Did you know?
Of course,
I just
it's
found
college
out.
basketball.
Yeah, I just found out right now that Lance Stevenson plays for the Pacers again. Right now, literally live on the podcast.
Kyrie Irving is on a basketball court in Indiana right
Well,
now.
They're also losing to a team that has Lance Stevenson playing for them, by 12 points right now.
All right, that's it of the
He scored
Brandos
20
Randos.
first quarter points. I
20
think.
20 straight in the first quarter. Lance Stevenson. He has
So
28 points right now.
I'm going to recap. Michael wants Fomacon because he wants a running threat quarterback. He thinks the Big Ten didn't have a good season, and he thinks Ohio State is already overrated. Did I summarize that pretty well, Seth? Okay.
Based
I
on
just
your
wanted to do it
questions,
real quick.
No
based on your
lies
questions,
detected.
yes. Based on your questions, I'll give it to you. All right,
That's
Seth,
all I got.
what you got in your sack there? I know you got one. I already know one of the questions. I can't wait
Yeah.
for this one to
I
be
got
asked.
one hefty one. All right. There's news, rumors. I don't know what you want to call it. It's been published by NBC Sports in Chicago and on nationally now. Harbaugh to the Bears? Question mark. Is this a thing, or is he just trying to use like 99-year-old Virginia McCaskey into getting a raise at Michigan? Because he's
just
the type
got
of guy
one.
to do that, right? But he restructured.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. So is this all leverage here, or is Harbaugh to the Bears real? And is that good news for the Big Ten East?
I think it's real. I would say it makes the most sense. It makes
It's a
way more
nightmare for
sense.
me, by the way.
Yes,
But
it
yeah.
makes way more sense than any other NFL job outside of. Do the 49ers still like him? I would assume, right? So outside
And
of
you
San
know he
Francisco,
can't go to the AFC.
he could go to Indy.
No,
Well, I mean, he's not going to because we have Frank, but
his brother. He's not going to be.
oh, that's true. So yeah, Chicago makes the most sense. That's where he spent most of his career, I think, right? That's where he got drafted.
I think it was 4 years before.
Yeah. And so that makes the most sense. And we all know Nagy's on his way out, no matter how long he tries to hang on. So, yeah, I think it happened. And to answer your second question, is it good for the Big Ten East?
Well, more so does it help IU
Yes,
be? Yeah.
because you're going to see a floodgate.
No, so I don't think. I mean, there's definitely obviously smoke there. NBC Sports wouldn't put that out there, but I don't think it's any legitimate. The Bears need to go, and they can't go hot coordinator. They can't go college coach. They have to go a big name. They have to go spend some money and go get probably the best guy out there. So no, I don't think it makes sense for the Bears. And I've been on record saying Harbaugh at Michigan's the best thing for IU. So no, I don't think it's. I think it's good. I don't think it's good for the Big Ten East because I want Harbaugh to be at Michigan forever.
So I'm just looking at his contract right now. He made on bonuses this year $1 million. He made $2 million in bonuses. Oh, I'm sorry, 2.2, at least 2.2 million. Did he win Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Yeah, he had to.
So that's
I don't
another
know.
$50,000 on top of that. So like 2.2 plus 50 grand. Plus he got paid 4 million, and it goes up every year until 2025, up to $4.4 million. The Bears would pay more than $4.4 million a year, right?
We're cheap.
That's what that's the
So
one thing
cheap.
that I'm saying to Brandon. There's no way that the Bears go get somebody that because
The
they
only
are the
thing we
Bears.
spend is future draft picks.
Yeah. I could see them. I mean, Brandon brought up Tomlin. Tomlin's not leaving. Tomlin's going to have to die there, just like all the other coaches. That's the only way you get 4 coaches your
Or
entire
still
time.
alive.
Yeah, that's true. No, man, Harbaugh makes too much sense for the Bears. Outside of Seth, I feel like the majority of the Bears fan base would be like super pumped for Harbaugh. Right?
They would take any kind of fresh blood. I
Yeah.
mean, you could
Dude.
put like a brat with glasses out there and they'd cheer.
Ditka.
No, please God, no. Put that to rest too.
Oh, that's a rumor? Ditka being
Oh,
rumored around?
no. Just
Okay.
Ditka reminiscence.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Anything else
Poor
left in your
Justin
sack
Fields.
there?
No, except for now I want to talk Brandon's trade deal of Justin Fields for Mike Tomlin.
Would you take it? Do you
I
get
would do it in
Ben?
a
Do you
heartbeat.
get Ben?
No, well, Ben's gone. Oh no.
Well,
no,
you
no.
could.
No,
A
you
year
can
of
take
Ben?
Mason Rudolph. You can get Dewey Haskins.
How about what if it comes with Matt Corral? Matt
Maybe.
Corral and Tomlin. I guess Corral's going to be off the board now based on some of these mock drafts that I've seen. But Brandon's hope will die. He'll end up with I don't even know who another quarterback
You
coming
get
out
Sam
is.
Pickett.
Howell. I'll be
Yeah,
pissed.
Sam Howell.
Pickett.
Oh my goodness. No, Pickett will go first too. Yeah. So you guys are going to mess around and make the playoffs and get yourself out of a good quarterback. That's why you guys just should have sat him down, missed the playoffs, get Corral. There you go. Then Tomlin could have talked about how he had his blinders on and splash draft picks and stuff like that. So
Not playing JV football.
that's right.
In shorts.
In shorts. That's correct. All right, man. I feel like this has been an absolute disaster of a podcast, but we're still going to put it out for everybody to listen. So we'll see.
I mean, we really only had quarterback visitors and we stretched it out into an hour-long podcast. Guys, we're giving you content.
That's right.
So,
we did
you know.
about 30 seconds of prep this week, which we've done that before, but at least we had a game to talk about. This one, we had nothing to talk about. So
Quick, close the curtains. Close the curtains.
No, let them see. Screw it.
Family Guy reference got made.
It was a great reference, though. Oh my goodness, what a reference. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, let's wrap it up. Be sure to check out the pod on Twitter. It's at Podcast LEO. Be sure to download, rate, review, follow, tell all your friends. Don't tell them to listen to this one. Tell them to listen to like last week or something. And review on all the platforms. We'll talk to you next week when I don't know. I guess we'll probably talk about the national championship. I don't know what we're talking about.
We'll
figure it out.
recap how the visits went.
Yeah, we'll talk about the
The
visits. We'll talk about quarterbacks. We'll talk about the new linebacker. We'll talk about a whole bunch of
prediction.
stuff.
We'll have commitments to talk about next week.
Do we need to do
Hold on.
predictions? When is that
No,
this
we don't
Monday?
need to do predictions, but I'm predicting that we will have commits to talk about.
I'm talking
Are the
about.
quarterbacks going to all be at the same time and they have to juggle them like
That's what I'm
girlfriends in a
saying. It's real.
sitcom?
Well, Connor's there right now, right? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
So we need to do a national championship prediction.
Uh,
Yeah, right?
Alabama money line.
No, I can't. I'm so tired of it. Give me Georgia. Georgia by 2. Georgia by 2. Give me 20. Like just a weird line. Give me 20. 20. 25-23. 25-23, Georgia. What do you guys got?
Georgia by a touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Georgia by 6.
Nice. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Ugga. Let's do it. All right. Hey, we'll talk to you guys next week. Whatever. We love you guys. Elio.
So, yeah.
Elio.
Said it.
Elio. Awesome day. Elio. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Elio. All right. Great. Elio. Appreciate you guys. Elio. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Elio. Have a great day. Elio. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Elio. Oh, thank you so much. Elio. Well, thanks so much. Elio. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Elio. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. Elio. Awesome. Elio. Elio.